Bizarre. Sitting here struggling. To give all the answers to the world, or just say fuck it and go and have dinner. Dinner is smelling so good. I'm so fucking tempted. So tempted. Yeah, I had a really good rant prepared before I got home from a long walk down tonight, looking at the Southern Cross. Yeah, the Southern Cross. I'll just take them off for a second. God. There's so many things going on in my life that I don't have time to answer every fucking thing. So I might even start a new page. Answer every fucking thing. That's a good name for it. Every fucking thing. Every question. Everything you can think about. How the earth is flat. Why it's flat. It's obviously flat. It's obviously. Just because things disappear in your distant perspective. Fuck this, I'm gonna put those on. Just go for a walk. I don't like sitting on these stairs that much. I have a feeling this might have been the place where the dude what used to live here shot his own head off, so it's only a suspicion, nobody ever tells me. I've asked around a little bit. Oh, this would be a comfortable seat. Not really. It's a bit high, it's a bit cold. It's been fucking cold. If I told you how cold it's been. Let me tell you how cold it's been. Frigid. So I guess I am. I'm probably expressing myself as a bit of a wuss. Hang on. And the fuck happens, okay? Shit is cold because here in the south at this time of year the sun is in the north. Now on the flat earth model, the only reason the sun is in the north is because it's doing a smaller circle. Makes a shitload of sense. And I agree with that model 100%, absolutely. The more the sun moves towards the north, takes smaller and smaller circles, gives more and more sunlight into the north, gets much colder here in the south. I cannot dispute that. On the tilted ball earth heliocentric model spinning around the sun, well, that actually makes a fair amount of sense. A fair amount. Because why else would it have stood the test of time? by us. It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have stayed the test of. It would not have stood the test of time of explaining why we have seasons in the south for so long, with long daylight hours, if it appeared bullshit. You know, very learned people looked into this for so long, and 500 years is a fairly long time, and it has stood the test of time. And I have trouble sometimes disagreeing with it. The heliocentric, spinning, tilted, going around the sun model makes a shitload of sense until you start to think about the rates of speed we're going at. You know, spinning at 1,040 miles an hour, while sound itself only goes 700 odd miles an hour. That kind of fucks it up big time. Now we're going around the sun 66,600 miles an hour. It's pretty fucking fast. But, you know, if it's constant, we don't feel a thing. It's just constant. So, forget feeling speed unless you're accelerating or decelerating. But the sun now, because we're on this ecliptic. I think that was a terrible word for it, but that's the one some chick used. She's been talking to me today. It says, we no longer believe in the heliocentric model. It's all ecliptic. You know, the sun is actually going this way really fast while all the planets are going that way around it. So then, therefore, you've got this next force of that 66,000 miles plus chasing the sun, which is about 540,000 miles an hour. So that's 3 different speeds already. Spinning on your axis, spinning around the sun, and then chasing the sun. So every single one of those, if you can fathom that for 1 second, just fathom it for a while. Sit and think about how the fuck could that work. Okay. It can't. But assuming you think it does, let's just assume this for a second. Santa needs more cake. Oh, and beer. Don't give me fucking milk. Okay. 1,000 miles an hour on the axis. That's fucking fast. 66,600 miles around the sun is so fucking fast you can't even comprehend it. So that's why you can't even comprehend the next part of the equation, because you're already lost. You're already bamboozled. You've been convinced with science. We go so fast. We go fast and sound. To the point, almost faster than the speed of light. To the point where, come on, get a fucking grip. Earth is flat. It appears how it is. We feel no motion. We do not feel 4 different motions. 1,000 miles on an axis, faster than the speed of sound. Well, we accept it because we see the sunrise, the sunset. 66,600 miles around the sun. Well, we accept that because we see the sunrise and the sunset. $450,000,000,000 miles an hour through the galaxy, so that the sun stays relative to all the other stars, so it appears they never move. To back up this little old woman has swallowed a fly. And then the sun itself, not the sun itself, the whole galaxy is going around the great attractor. Swallowed a horse, of course, because once you swallow a lie, you have to swallow more and more and more, rather than just look at what is. What is obvious, what is logical, where we are, who we are, how we are. Tell you what, this is something I've never ever said before. But I'm out of beer. I'm going to go get another one. Fucking hell. Why doesn't the pause button ever work when I touch it? Well, how about that, eh? What a delicate dog dance we dance. And when I say delicate, I mean... Coke is it? Only I don't mean that. I mean, beer is motherfucking it. Do that to me. So this is going to be one of the most interesting rants. I probably won't even load up. You should see the ones I haven't loaded up. To load or not to load? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Who knows? Hang on, can you rewind this a second and tell me what the fuck I was talking about beforehand anyway? All I know is I had to get another beer. I got another beer, so fucking cheers. I know I was looking at the stars again tonight. Very, very, very open-mindedly. Oh, it's a half moon. That's probably why I'm going half crazy. It was precisely a half moon. Precisely. And the moon is doing exactly what you would expect it to do when it's half, but being directly overhead when it's dark. That's another one of these things, you know. There's so many flat earthers out there with so many bizarre, different, contradictory theories, when Occam's razor, slide down it. Try not to put your balls on it, because Occam's razor says the simplest explanation is the most correct one. So you don't have to make up shit to explain what you're seeing. What you're seeing is how it is. That's really, really simple. The simple explanation is always the most correct one. Unless, of course, you're on drugs. In which case we're all fucked. Because we're all on drugs. Alcohol, meanwhile, keeps me somewhat sane as an antibacterial to the drugs that they're spraying through the atmosphere and putting into our water. Alcohol kind of helps with that, but you can't avoid it. We're all on drugs. We're all tripping balls. Every single one of us. Except for me. I'm the only straight one. Because when you're tripping balls, the only way you'll know that you're tripping balls is when you stop tripping balls and realise you were tripping balls. So because I know we're tripping balls, it means I've stopped tripping balls, so I'm the only straight one. And all you guys are tripping balls. You're off your fucking heads. You seriously are. And you don't know it. You don't want to know it. And if you got woken up to it, you'd probably say, why did you wake me up to it? I was enjoying tripping those balls. So therefore, I'm not going to tell you anything more. I'm not. I'm going to open up a question and answer forum instead, so that anybody who specifically wants an answer to a question I will answer it, because if you ask, you will receive. That's it. But be careful what you ask for, because while you're tripping balls, and you're tripping balls, because how else could I make it? Do you really want to wake up? Do you want to fall down the cliff off the edge of that trip you're on? No, you don't. You don't. You want to stay on the trip. So be very, 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 very careful what you ask for, because I will tell you the truth. What you really want to be doing is enjoying the journey just as much as the destination. Because the destination just means you got to turn around and go back again. So why not just be here now? Be here now. And let's make heaven on earth. And what is your concept, idea, your thoughts of what heaven would be? Well, it wouldn't be sitting around wanking yourself all day, or having ultimate sexual pleasure, as much as that is. What you would really search for, if you really wanted heaven on earth, was to have a challenge. Without a challenge, what have you got to live for? Ultimate masturbation? As good as that is. You want a challenge. You want to find a way to make a better beer every time. You want to search for the ultimate wave. And as a surfer from many years ago, the ultimate wave is the ultimate truth. Fuck the water, fuck the ocean, fuck that thing that can drown you and punish you, or respect it and go for it. But at the end of the day, you need something more. You need a bigger challenge. And the biggest challenge is truth. That is the biggest challenge. And flat earth is the ultimate truth. If you can give me a better definition of God than flat earth, go for it. Pardoni me. The flat earth is infinite. God is infinite. The flat earth gives us everything. God gives us everything. The flat earth gives us the air we breathe, the clothes we wear, the shelter above us, the food we eat. Every single thing about the flat earth equates to being God. If you understand the flat earth. I know some people have this weird idea because they saw it in... Bloody hell. I'm getting a bit repetitive here. Because they saw it when they were kids in cartoon books. That the flat earth must have an edge. And we'd fall off it. Because all the other planets are spinning around the sun, but we're the only flat one. That is the most stupid, indoctrinated idea you've ever had. The earth is the flatness upon which we reside. The only physical plane. Everything else revolves around us. Yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip. trick is to think you're on a spinning bowl with water that goes around. That is the height of indoctrination, to actually believe something like that. I'm going to pause for a sec. Well, we're coming to the end of this video, and I really don't think there's much more to add. If you truly believe that you're on a spinning bowl in a vacuum of space, then I seriously suggest you should see a counsellor. Except, of course, the problem is the counsellor hasn't got a fucking clue either. So, just come and talk to me. I'll be your counsellor. Ask me anything. 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 Ask me why. No, I was being stupid there. I'm getting a little bit inebriated. I was going to say, ask me why your balls didn't drop when you were 2 years old. But that could have just been a congenital issue. When your balls drop, the ball drops, you start to wonder, how the fuck can people here in the South Pole, people here in the North Pole, and people all the way around here, around the equator, all get stuck to a bowl that is spinning? I mean, spinning. Faster than the speed of sound on its own axis. Now, if you can comprehend that, good. You've done well. You've said, well, gravity. But the fucking thing is spinning around the sun. The fucking sun is shooting through space. And fucking space is shooting around the great attractor. You've got 4 different fucking speeds. The first one of which doesn't make sense. The second one which just blows your mind away so you don't even think about it. The third one you just go, well, then it must be because science says so. And then the fourth one, come the fuck on. The stars always remain the same. The constellations have never changed. Parallax is always what it is and appears to be. And Earth is flat and stationary. Fuck it. I don't know what it hit, and I don't fucking care, because if it was moving, it hit something because of density and buoyancy. Stupid fucking ball earth. Let me give a final statement then to get this video finished, since we're on our last 30 seconds. Merry Christmas. Heaven on earth will exist when we stop believing in the lies that the heliocentrists, the Satanists, who give us Satan's claws, is finished. You want to be part of heaven on earth? Just educate yourself, look through the lies, and don't believe in it. Stop being a slave. Be free. It's coming soon.